Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Madden 18. And man, we were eliminated by those Miami Dolphins again, 2 years in a row. It was a really close game. I think the injury bug has stopped us from our dynasty efforts. I think it's safe to say no dynasty here. And I'm also thinking that this will possibly be the last year we do, at least for now. I'm going to keep the save file and Madden 18 downloaded just in case I change my mind. But it's ultimately because I have another series I'm really excited to start. We lost the Miami Dolphins. They went on to beat the Cleveland Browns and Drew Brees, and then the Carolina Panthers, who have they have a quarterback, Seth Perry, an actually drafted quarterback. They that threw 2 touchdowns. Oh, this is gonna be a fun little Super Bowl to watch. They have Ezekiel Elliott. They're going to be facing the Miami Dolphins. So today's episode is the Super Bowl. The Miami Dolphins versus those Carolina Panthers. I'm just gonna pop out the channel history here as we get ready to watch another iteration here of the Super Bowl here on my channel. I am a nerd. I like to keep these stats. Okay, I have a binder, and this is Super Bowl 34 here on the channel. So let's just dive a little deeper into these two franchises' stats here in this particular game. Now, listen, I'm not that big of a nerd. This is the only thing I keep track of. This in divisional titles. Okay, I don't keep stats of everything about my franchises, but the Super Bowls I do. All right, makes me feel like there's a little bit of meaning to it. And so for the Miami Dolphins and the Panthers, believe it or not, I think this is the Panthers' first ever Super Bowl appearance in franchise history. So we've had a little bit of history happen here. As a matter of fact, it is. But for the Miami Dolphins, they've come so close in this personal series and so close many a times, but their last Super Bowl appearance was all the way back in the Super Bowl 16 of the channel on my Madden 23 franchise, where they ended up losing to the Atlanta Falcons. The Dolphins have only been to one other Super Bowl on the channel, so they've had 2 Super Bowl appearances. And that one was the first ever Super Bowl on the channel when I was the general manager of them. And we ended up beating the Lions. The Dolphins ended up beating the Lions 24-14 to win Super Bowl 1 on the channel. So both of these franchises come in with not much success / history in the big game. Matter of fact, Carolina comes in with no history, and the Miami Dolphins are 1-1 as a team in the Super Bowl. So only one Lombardi Trophy. Carolina Panthers are looking for their first ever Lombardi Trophy. This is amazing because, we're watching history here. So I did want to take a look at the teams. Also, here's our team. We dealt with injury, man. So Derrick Henry ended up being our rushing leader, but it was because Dalvin Cook, unfortunately, just was out for a big chunk of the year. I think Turner Hankins and Willis Hell had the MVPs for the playoffs, and they both looked really good. I mean, Willis Hell, you really can just do whatever you want with this guy. I think he's my best pick I've ever had. I mean, he's a running back and he is a wide receiver. He can do it all. Anyways, this isn't about our team. This is just quickly just showing you guys what our team did do. TJ Watt outperformed everyone on the team. Ricardo Benson, this was our first pick in the series. And he's getting better and better. I mean, decent, nothing crazy. I don't know if you first round pick. 12th overall. I don't know. What do you guys think? Bust? Too early to call bust? I think he's a decent player. But let's go take a look at those teams here. So right off the rip, we have the Dolphins. This is their defense. Coming into this one, Melvin Ingram, wow, 16 for interceptions. Jalen Ramsey, he killed us in that divisional round game. Aaron Rodgers trying to get it done one last time, possibly. And TJ Yeldon, I do think they'll have him. And then they got Gabe at times and Terrell Campbell. Receiving, they had 1,000-yard Juwan Fuller, and he had an amazing catch in the divisional round game. He is such a beast. Paired up next to AJ Green and Eric Ebron. That's a deadly little duo there. And then moving over to the Panthers, who I don't know much about. They do have Seth Perry, which they took. He's got 2 seasons under his belt, a superstar dev and possible franchise guy. He's got technically 3 years now under his belt. Decent numbers. So we'd be watching him today, Seth Perry. What round did he go in? Was he a first round pick? Oh, yeah. First round, 27th pick. 1 Pro Bowl appearance. And Offensive Player of the Year a year ago. And he won MVP this year. Wow. Seth Perry. Okay. He's got Ezekiel Elliott to hand it off to, so that's always fantastic, especially the young Ezekiel Elliott. It looks like he's a quarterback that actually gets out of the pocket as well. Seth Perry, all eyes on him. He had 7 rushing touchdowns. Wow. Okay. Then they had drafted Matt Hadnot. I actually remember this guy's name. Superstar Dev. Yeah, the Panthers are building a franchise, a dynasty, it looks like, man. They got a lot of young talent. I mean, he hasn't had the best start, but he's very young. And I'm sure he's going to be really good. Besides that, decent in the air attack. Nothing too... Yeah, not the best. We'll see how that plays out. And for getting to the quarterback, they're going to be able to do it a lot better than Miami. They have Shaq Lawson and Myles Garrett, both opposite sides of one another, both well in the double digits for sacks. Then they have Sheldon Day and Jordan Hill, decent. Sheldon Day. That's a very tough defensive line there. Then in the secondary, Malcolm Butler, Barry Church, Ethan Foster, okay. Well, Adrian Amos. Well, that's going to set us up for this. So, you guys let me know. One thing that is going to change, I want to start taking these series a lot farther in season-wise. And the next series that I am doing is definitely going to do that. I plan on, it being one of the longer, as far as amount of seasons we get done. And seeing the league have its rollover, and getting to see players actually get drafted and then ultimately retire, and getting to see where certain players stand amongst others. That's what I want to get to. It's very rare you get to see that kind of content on YouTube, and me personally, I love the story of players, and I want to start seeing their full stories, seeing players that I've drafted actually retire and seeing where they stand and did they make the Hall of Fame or not, kind of thing. Like Willis Hell, it'd be so cool to see, but I have so many series running on the channel right now, it's kind of awkward, it feels like. So I'm going to put this one on pause and possibly end it here. This would be, if we do end it, a perfect place to end it. I believe, 4 seasons. And we got 1 Lombardi trophy, so we already at least brought it in. I feel like our dynasty run I don't even know if you could call it dynasty. We've definitely got a team for the future. But we're not as strong as I was hoping. We lost a couple. And then ultimately injury has really just held this team back from just imagining what it could be. But there's still holes in this team. Like, this isn't my best work on as a GM. I don't feel like I never really, besides we had CJ Mosley, but I mean he went down all year this year, and it really kind of exposed the depth at middle linebacker that we had. We have the outside linebacking core, the edge rushers, but then again, Ricardo Benson hasn't been that crazy player I thought he was going to be. So that's I don't know. And then our secondary, we lost Janoris Jenkins and replaced him with AJ Boye, which was decent, but ultimately, Adoree Jackson didn't really grow the way we thought he was going to, and same with Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, you're talking 25 years old, and he's only an 80, so he didn't grow at all. And then Adoree Jackson, he's 25 and only 84. I was expecting him to be getting a little closer in the higher 80s, pushing in the 90s by the time he's 28. But I don't know. Ultimately, we're going to watch this Super Bowl, have some fun with it, see can the Panthers win their first ever Lombardi Trophy here on the channel, or is Miami going to bring a second Lombardi Trophy back? It's been 30 plus years for both teams, technically, since they've had a Lombardi Trophy. So they both really desperately need it. I think the Panthers need it more than the Dolphins, but of course, them Dolphins are saying, we need it more. It's been 30 plus years. We want another one. So ultimately, when so much time goes past like that, it almost feels like you haven't ever won one. So I think both these teams are coming in hungry with the mindset that both their organizations and their fan bases need this badly. So let's go see what happens.
On EA Sports. With that, the wait is finally over. It is Super Bowl Sunday. For the call, here's our veteran duo of so many Super Bowls, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, the 2020 NFL campaign has seemingly given us highlights for 10 seasons, but it will all come to a close tonight as we welcome you to Super Bowl 55, the double nickel from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, our second straight Super Bowl from the Sunshine State. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They go to Elliott again. And now running right through it. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
3rd down and 3. He'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Ebron caught left side. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he connects with Ebron. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 46. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers to throw once more. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Rodgers now on first down. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Agreeing with the catch left side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Rodgers again now. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And again, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On first down, Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. On the biggest stage, both offenses have been able to avoid turnovers. In a close game, though, if there is a turnover in the second half, it may be the thing that's remembered forever. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 2nd and 8, out of the shotgun, pass will be completed, and he'll end up at their own 45-yard line before being tackled. Panthers still on the field. Wallace is going to get the quarterback here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Third down from the 48. Ross is going to haul in the pass, and he'll end up at the 35-yard line before being tackled. Sticking with the same drive, Church has got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 8. That'll do it for our final halftime show of the year. One half remains in this Super Bowl. To bring it to you, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Returning it, John Ross. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Rodgers. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A.J. Green from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a second down. On second down, Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And some room to maneuver. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And an alley to run. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Back to throw now on first down. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. Sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the board. And that'll get the lead down to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And he's got some space here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Again, it's Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A.J. Green, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point try now for Crosby. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Just 1 yard to go here on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik Jackson able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He'll drop to throw. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Jalen Ramsey came into the NFL with one consistent universal knock, if you want to call it that, and that's ball skills. During his career at Florida State, just 3 total interceptions. Doesn't look like he doesn't have ball skills to me with that late-game interception that may have sealed things.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down following the run. Here's a give to Yeldon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Andy Lee now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at the 33. Oh, one more time.
Will he just stand still?
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here we go. Green, 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's Njoku over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll look to throw here. Drops it underneath to Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. Back to throw here. And it's caught by Parker. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And they're down to 17 seconds now here after the spike. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A dump off to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll look to throw again. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.